Have you ever wondered how the universe came to be and where we came from? Here are a few stories that tell us about our origins. The Chinese story of creation. In the beginning, the universe was a black egg where heaven and earth were mixed together. And in this egg was a giant named Pan Gu. He felt suffocated, so he cracked the egg with a broad axe, and the light, clear part of the egg floated up to form heaven, while the cold, heavy part stayed down and formed earth. Pan Gu stood in the middle, and he and the egg's two parts grew and grew until he was a few million kilometers in height. When Pan Gu died, his breath became the wind and the clouds, his voice the rolling thunder, and his eyes the sun and the moon. His hair and beard became the stars in the sky. His skin became the flowers and trees. The marrow in his bones became jade and pearls, and his sweat became the rain that nurtured the earth. The Indian story of creation. Purusha was the creator of the basic elements of the world. He is a part of all aspects of the earth. Purusha's body went on to form the rest of the known universe. His mind was the moon, and his eye was the sun. The storm and fire gods, Indra and Agni, were from his mouth, and his breath was the wind. His head was heaven, his feet were earth, and his navel became the atmosphere. The Jewish, Christian, and Muslim story of creation. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was formless, empty, and dark, and God's Spirit moved over the waters, preparing to perform God's creative word. And then God began to speak into existence His creation in 6 days. The universe, as well as every living thing on earth, including human beings, were all created by Him. God finished His work of creation and rested on the seventh day. The scientist's story of evolution. Life began in a pond as a result of the combination of chemicals from the atmosphere and some form of energy to make the building blocks of life. These building blocks of life came from simple molecules which formed in the atmosphere. This was then energized by lightning, and the rain from the atmosphere created the organic soup. Over billions of years, these molecules evolved into complex organisms and eventually human beings and animals. All life on Earth shares a common ancestor, just as you and your cousins share the same grandmother. So, from the stories which we have heard, we can see that each of our own beliefs tells a different story of the same things we see around us. Are we created, or did we evolve from apes and monkeys?